Namaskar everyone, welcome back to another video on I Love History 456. My real name is Shreyansh Tiwari, and today I'm going to be talking about two of the most influential rulers or kings in Indian history. They're also one of the most influential people in Indian history. And those two kings are Ashoka the Great, you obviously probably already know him, and Kanishka the Great. So, guys, without further ado, let's start. So, guys, I'm going to tell you both of their history in brief, but before that, let's see what were common in them. These two, during their time, their empires were at the peak in prosperity and power. And these two also had a vast empire. These two had control of the first and second largest Indian empires in all of history. And most importantly, these two spread Indian culture all over the world. They spread Indian culture globally. So, let's talk about Ashoka first. So, Ashoka became the king of the Mauryan Empire after the previous ruler Bindusara, who was the second ruler of the Mauryan Empire, had died, and all of his sons started fighting to become king, which started a succession war. There was no exactly crown prince, like everyone wanted to become king. This was pretty normal at those times. So Ashoka killed almost all of his brothers. Ashoka became the king in 268 BCE after the succession war and defeating all of his brothers. So then Ashoka consolidated power in his empire. Local leaders who had quite a fan following tried to carve out kingdoms of their own. They tried to get more authority and power for themselves, but Ashoka stopped this. He consolidated his empire and became more of a strong ruler. So, like most surrounding small kingdoms, they recognize suzerainty of Ashoka, like the three crowned kingdoms in the south, which are the Chera, Chola, Pandyan kingdoms, and also Anuradha Rupa, modern day Sri Lanka, and Kamarupa, which is modern day Far East, means the Seven Sisters region of India, recognized suzerainty of Ashoka. And Ashoka's sons also explored the Khotan region, so that also kind of became a part of the Mauryans. But there was one kingdom who defied the Mauryans and did not recognize suzerainty of them, and that kingdom was Kalinga. So Kalinga was invaded by Mauryans led by Ashoka in, I think, around 260 BCE. I'm going to put the exact date here. So yeah, or 261 BCE. So after Ashoka took over and defeated the Kalinga, according to folklore, Ashoka had some sort of change in heart and mindset. He became much more of a tolerant, peaceful guy because of the bloodshed he saw in that war. It was so damn bloody, like 1 lakh people died. But I don't think this is true, to be honest. And people also say that he converted into Buddhism after that war because he became peaceful. But I don't agree with this. Okay, guys, point I forgot to add was that I also don't think that Ashoka had a sudden change of heart and he gave up war. That is an actual lie. He did not give up those means after the Kalinga War, because only after the Kalinga War the three crowned kingdoms, the Chera, Chola, Pandya, became and all the other ones like Kamarupa and Khotan, which I mentioned earlier. Only after the Kalinga War they recognized the suzerainty of Ashoka. So that's it, what I wanted to say. Let's continue the footage which I recorded earlier. What actually could have happened, sources show that Ashoka actually before the war started following Buddhist principles. And like in Hinduism and Buddhism, there's not any process to convert from one to another. Hinduism and Buddhism are literally the same thing, not gonna lie. They're different branches of dharma. So, Ashoka started following the branch of Buddhism even before the Kalinga War. So after the Kalinga War, Ashoka had probably, he could have had a change in heart, but he started focusing more on his people and population after that. He focused more on the economy of India. He also banned animal slaughtering, made the lives of people way, way, way more easier and prosperous as well. He also spread Indian culture all around the world. He sent like his sons and daughters all across. He sent like his son and daughter to Sri Lanka as well, Southeast Asia, China. He also tried to spread it to the West as well. And he also, till this date, this thing, the lion capital of Ashoka, is the emblem of India. Pretty cool. And also the Ashoka Chakra in the Indian flag is also Ashoka's chakra. That was Ashoka's symbol. So as you can see, Ashoka used to create these type of structures everywhere. These stupas in Sanchi and a lot more places. Okay, I put it back there. So he contributed a lot to India's culture and also in its spreading across everywhere. During his reign, the Mauryan Empire was at its territorial and prosperous peak. The Mauryan Empire controlled 30% of the world's economy, and it had an area of around 5.8 million square kilometers, including vassals and the states which recognize suzerainty of the Mauryans. But now let's talk about Kanishka the Great, or the greatest ruler of the Kushan Empire. So it is actually debated when it's actually debated from when to when was Kanishka the Great's reign. So we're going to take the average out of the estimates. So the average is he ruled from the year 100 to 130. So before like Kanishka became king, the Kushan Empire ruled over most of Central Asia and modern day Afghanistan and the Sapta Sindhu region, which is right now temporarily Pakistan. Kanishka developed his capital city Purushapur, which is modern day temporarily Peshawar in Pakistan. So he developed that city a lot, and he also constructed his stupa, the Kanishka stupa over there. And he started to like capture territories of India. He conquered all of the Gangetic Plain, which is modern day UP, Bihar, and the Bengal region. He also conquered Malwa and the modern day Rajasthan region, I believe. So he conquered a lot as well, and the people's lives were great under his rule as well. We unfortunately do not know much of him. There's yet a lot of evidence to find of his life and things. But I'm going to tell you in brief of what all I know about him. He was born in Kashmir, and he was a great ruler as well. The people loved him, and he also boosted the economy of the empire quite a lot. He controlled the Silk trade route area, which also boosted his economy a lot. And it also caused a security in like the Silk trade route, because usually when traders used to go from the Silk Route to India and Europe from China and vice versa, they used to get looted a lot. But as one singular empire, the Kushan Empire, controlled that whole region, the trade route was secure for that period. The same thing happened during the Mongol Empire. So Kanishka controlled that trade route as well, and as he was in such a great location of the trade route, spread Indian culture everywhere as well. He used to have like many Indian gods on his coins, and also Lord Buddha and some like Greek and Zoroastrian gods as well. He was also pretty tolerant on other religions as well. Tolerant isn't the right word. He respected those religions as well, and he spread Indian culture to China. He spread a lot of Indian culture to China, and he also tried to spread it in like the West, but it was kind of unsuccessful. Like, not as successful as it was in China. So, guys, that was a brief video on how Kanishka the Great and Ashoka the Great, these two great kings, Ashoka controlling 5.8 million square kilometers of area in the Mauryan Empire, and also at its prosperous peak at 30% of the global GDP, and Kanishka controlling 4.6 million square kilometers. His empire, the Kushan Empire, and I forgot the exact percentage. I took it out. I'm going to put it on screen. It was also quite a lot during Kanishka's time. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video, learned something new. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. SD out. And I finally can see things clearly now. Thanks for watching.